Hey YouTube, it's your girl Sanaya. Welcome back to another video. Hi everyone, I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing excellent. Today I want to talk about why is it so hard to be a girl's girl. Some girls out here, they're not girls, okay? They want to be self-centered with other men. They want everybody else's attention, guys' attention, and they don't really have that courage to do the same for a female. They don't have the same drive that they have for other females, but they have the drive for other niggas. I'm just like, what are we doing here? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always been that type of girl. I'm gonna help a person no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It was like, even when I seen fucked up shit, I always like, damn, I want to help a person. I want to help you out, because I see shit for what it is, not for what they're just saying to you. It's the fact that when I see shit underneath the veil, I want to help somebody and, you know, help them from what they're probably going through or what situation that possibly it could lead to. I want to speak on my story on why I stopped being a girl's girl. So one thing I want to put out there is nothing wrong with being a girl's girl. There's nothing wrong with being a girl's girl, okay? If you have sympathy and love and respect for other women to actually go out the way and help them in their situation, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if the person that you're helping don't like that for real, you know, want to have attitude for real because you know shit that they don't know, it is what it is. At least you still tried your best to help the person. God loves people that literally help people without them getting that validation back. I just want to put that up there. One time I met this, okay, so one time, right, I was talking to this boy named Knowledge. I was talking to this man. I was talking to this boy. I'm talking to this boy named Knowledge, right? And then I was messing with him like a couple years back. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up going to jail. So once he went to jail, I never really messed with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never messed with him. I never was cool with him, right? So fast forward, he ended up getting out of jail. And mind you, this was like couple years apart. It was a couple years apart. Like, he was in jail for like a minute, you feel me? So I'm minding my business. One time I get this text messages and it said, hey boo, or like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, really trying to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Put the heart emoji, this and that and third. So I'm just like, hi, what's up? Like, when you come back home, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, like, you came back home, whatever. So he's like, yeah, whatever. So he's like, we was texting or whatever, and that's how shit was. We were just texting, right? Then because he didn't have a phone at that time, so he was using his man's phone or whatever phone he was near to use. So we were just texting, right? So a couple days later, he wanted to link. So I ended up linking him with my car, because I had a car around that time. So I pull up to his house and we sat in the car and we like smoked and we were just talking. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking. And you know, he was asking about myself, and he was just talking to me. He was just like, you know, how you been? He was saying like, you miss me, like, what the fuck? Like, he was saying shit like that, like what? You feel me? He was just saying like, you know, he back out here, and he was just saying you cute, you beautiful, this and that and the third. You know how niggas be love bombing and shit like that? Yeah, that was that. It was cute though. Yeah, so he was doing that, and we were just talking. We were just talking. We were really talking. You feel me? And there was nothing to it, because like I said, I knew him from a couple years ago, because my mom and his uncle dated. So that's how I knew him. So we were just chilling, we was talking, and then he started like to kiss on me and stuff like that, or whatever. You feel me? Like kissing on me and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You know what you're doing. Like, you know what you're doing. Basically, he was just kissing on me, and he was like, you know, I missed you. He was like, where you been? And he was saying like, I always knew that you was ahead of your time and all that stuff, because he's like a couple years older than me. Not even, I think it was like 1 year older than me, one of those. We were just chatting, so we were really chatting. He wanted me to see him often, so I'll see him, right, you know. And one time we was chilling, I had my ex-best friend that knew some of the people that he knew. He was around the community that Knowledge lived in, you know what I'm saying. I came to my ex-best friend, I told him, I was like, you know, I really like this guy, I know him, I might give him a chance, and that, you know what I'm saying. So he just like, you know, he seemed cool, but just watch out, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, he just put me on game, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you know, you might be right. Like I said, I'm not that type of person to listen to people. I'm that type of person to try to figure shit out on my own. But, you know, now I'm starting to think like, damn, maybe I should listen to some people sometimes. Then again, that still shouldn't give me a reason to act funny to the person or like give them a chance. Just have like higher boundaries, higher standards, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to you and how you coming off, basically. So he was telling me like, yeah, just watch out. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Me and him, we just be texting, but like I said, he didn't have no phone for real, so we didn't really have communication. One time I was chilling with my ex-best friend, and we were just smoking with his crew, right? I'm on Instagram, right? I looked at Knowledge Instagram, and I seen that he reposted a girl, which is his girlfriend at that time, probably still is, but it was like a quote saying like, oh, she's like my forever, this and that and the third, with a ring emoji, her link to her Instagram. So I'm looking, I'm like, huh? I'm just like, you didn't tell me you had a girlfriend. That's what I was like. I just like, you didn't tell me I had a girlfriend. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know he had a girlfriend. What I did was, because the niggas be lying, the girl that he ended up posting, I knew some people that knew her. So what I did was I went to her god sister named Ashley, and I went to her telling her like, oh, you know, watch out for your god sister, this and that third. And she was like, what do you mean, like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you know, I said I have to like tell her something. I was like, just go back to her and tell her this and that and third. I'm just trying to put her on to him. Like I said, if that's your nigga, why is he in my phone? Why is he trying to get with me? Why is he kissing me at that? And that's your nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird as shit. Y'all, that was so weird to me. Like, I was like, what? Huh? It's like, if I knew that he had a girlfriend, I wouldn't never fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I fuck with somebody that got a girlfriend? I wouldn't do that. That's not me. But it's the fact that he hid it, and I had to find out myself. So when I find out, I was like, oh no, I'm about to give old girl the tea. The tea. What the fuck? Like, because I know if it was in my situation, I would want somebody coming to me and telling me about my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he doing? Fuck is he doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave him. Simple as that. I was texting her and I was just like, just tell her to watch out. She was like, I knew it. So what happened, this and that and third? I was telling her a little bit. I was texting her a little bit, and she was like, matter of fact, I'm gonna send you my number and we're going to FaceTime. So I was like, okay, I don't mind FaceTiming and telling y'all what's going on. We're in the FaceTiming. I was telling her about Knowledge, what he was doing, how he was kissing me, how he didn't mention that he had a girlfriend. He put up heart emojis, just texting me and on some lovey-dovey shit, like he wanted to fuck me. This girl says, yeah, we've been together for 4 years. I said, what? I said, what? And the only reason why I said that, because you gotta understand, I was fucking with old boy a couple years back. It was in between those times. So the fact that she said they was together for 4 years, this nigga been cheating on her. Been cheating on her, been playing in her face. And so I'm telling her what happened, and then I was like, I didn't know that y'all was together. I didn't know that he had a girlfriend. And I said, this is why I'm coming to you, and I'm letting you know what the fuck he be doing. That's him making you out here looking Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be looking like that. I don't know, that's just that type of heart I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving her a helping hand. She was like, damn, like that's crazy. She was just saying like, that's fucked up. I think I'm gonna stop fucking with him. Then she was like, I had a nigga that I was not fucking with but wanted to fuck with me so bad. He was gonna spoil me and everything, and I choose knowledge over him. I left the other nigga. She was like, damn, I should have chose the other nigga. I'm just like, everybody make mistakes, so you know, don't try to blame yourself. But then again, like, these niggas just be doing anything. They don't care how nobody feels. The Ashley girl, which is the god sister that I was texting first about telling her about it, she was basically like, oh Sanaya, we should hang out more. She was like, oh, I like our group. I like our group. Oh, we'll be cool hanging out with each other. We should plan something. Can you pick me up and take me to my best friend's house to drop me off, or so we could just chill because his sister ended up going to the hospital or something like that. So out of respect and out of the heart I am, I'm like, fuck it. You didn't ask for no gas, I didn't ask for nothing. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And remind you, Knowledge girlfriend, she didn't live near where we live. She lived like an hour away. She wasn't really involved, you know what I'm saying? She was just on the phone with us. Once I hung up to go pick up Ashley and stuff, we went to her best friend's house and we was chilling. The next day, we should do something, let's do this, let's do that, let's link up there. So I'm like, okay, we'll go again. Second time when we linked up, Knowledge girlfriend, she was like, let's do something. Like, we gotta do something, we gotta set him up. She's like, we gotta set him up, we gotta do something, we gotta set him up. And remind you, Knowledge didn't know that I told his girlfriend. No, he didn't know. He didn't know that. Basically, she was trying to catch that nigga by surprise. And I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'll do that shit too. I ain't gonna lie, this is the plan, this is the plan. So the plan was one day his girlfriend ended up coming out to town. I had my car, but I wasn't ready with Ashley. Ashley, God's sister, ended up picking her boyfriend up, Knowledge. They was going to the park to chill. So what we did was, when they go to the park to chill, we gonna pull up on them, me and Ashley. Basically, while she's on a drive with him, she's basically asking questions like, you know, or like, what you been doing, like seeing if he's lying, seeing if he gonna lie. I guess he was lying. She gave me that text, was like, start coming. So we ended up pulling up to the car. We got out, well, I got out. I got in the back seat. Y'all, when I tell you this nigga fucking heart was up his ass, he was scared and bitch. He was like, bro, y'all doing too much. Like, he was shocked as a bitch. He didn't see that one coming. He didn't see that one coming. But he was like, what? He was shocked by surprise. Girlfriend, she was like, why you lying? Why you lying? Why you doing all this? Why you doing all that? So she mad. She not really hitting him, but she like shoving him. And then the girl spit on him. Poof. She spit on him. I was like, oh shit, like damn. Like, I'm not getting none of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, why you ain't tell me that you had a girlfriend? Like, oh man, I'm not hearing that. But remind you, he don't got no car, he ain't have nothing, so there's really nothing for him to do. So she like, get out the car, get out the car. We're leaving you, get out the car. He got out the car. He's like, I'm not gonna hit you, I'm not gonna hit you. You know, I'm not gonna do that to you, to her. And she just were like, bye, like, I'm not fucking with you, I'm not fucking with you. Like, we broke up, we're not together. We end up pulling off with the two cars, and we left him there. He started walking all the way back to his house. We parked up that day. We just was talking about the situation, and we ended up smoking, and we were just like chilling. Me and Ashley was still hanging out after that day happened. It was, I think it was Halloween, and Ashley invited me to go to a Halloween party for Halloween. So I'm like, okay, cool, like I don't mind. So I was with my ex-boyfriend and his friend, and then Ashley, I think one of her friends, but then one of her friends had other two people, which is, it was a sister and a brother. So it was all group of us. Nobody had no car, nobody had no nothing, okay? So I I took in charge. I was like, okay, I'll drive that night. So what I did was I told Ashley and them to get an Uber out to New Brunswick, and I'll just pick them up at the train station. She didn't live far away from, but she lived like a minute from New Brunswick, and I was like, I'm not going to Edison to go to New Brunswick. I'd rather just meet you there. So she's like, okay, cool. Me and my ex-boyfriend, we was driving to New Brunswick, and we seen them. We picked them up. We told them to put all their bags in the car. We drove to the party, and we found a parking spot. Ashley and her friend Sosa was like the jealous one out of the group because of me. She had like the meanest attitude, but I didn't really pay no attention to that. I was just not paying her mind. I'm here to have a good time. We're walking, and Ashley's walking fast in front of us, which is, I don't care. She can do what she want to do. It's like, you walking fast for what? You feel some type of way? Is something on your mind? Like, it's the problem. But she's walking fast. She's like, oh, come on, let's go. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. We all walking to the party. We all just chilling. Then Sosa gets an attitude for some reason. Just having an attitude like, I want to go. I don't know why I came. And I'm just looking at her. I'm just really peeping the weird vibes, but I'm just not saying nothing, right? She ordered an Uber. She said, I'm about to go. That was the energy, like, I'm about to leave. Tell me why the girl said bye to everybody in the group, and she walked past me. I got so mad to the point where I was like, I want to leave now. So I walked off. Ashley was like, wait, we're leaving them. I'm like, I'm not leaving nothing. We're not leaving nothing. I'm just walking. What am I waiting for? I was telling her, if you knew your friend Sosa didn't really like me for real, she had a secret animosity for real, why didn't you tell me that? Why did you tell me to go out my way to come to this party and be in somebody's face that don't even fuck with me for real? You know what I'm saying? And you know that. She's like, oh, I didn't know that. What are you talking about? I'm like, no, you knew that. She wanted me to wait. She was like, wait, we're waiting for them, because the brother and sister, they was in a cut because they had to use the bathroom. So she was like, wait, we're leaving them. You trying to haul ass? I'm like, haul ass? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get to my car. What do you mean? I said, how you getting home? And then she walked up. Then I called her, and I was like, you gotta get your stuff out of the car. And she was like, oh, you having an attitude? I was like, no, I don't have an attitude. I said, my thing is, you expected me to drop you off at your house like I was supposed to, but you didn't ask me, can you drop me off? You know what I'm saying? Even the fact that I didn't even ask you for no gas money the whole time when I was picking you back up and dropping you back off them days. I came out my way and did it again, and you felt though that I should drop you back off home. I didn't bring you to the party, so why do you think I was going to bring you back? It's not even the fact that I didn't say that I wasn't going to bring you back. It's the fact you didn't ask. So you was going to hop in my car and basically be like, drop you off home. But no, you should ask somebody if you need a ride home. You don't just go in somebody's car, or you think that just because you're with somebody, they're going to drop you off home. No, it's not that, because at the end of the day, I had work the next morning, and it was 1 o'clock. By the time I get home, it was going to be 2 o'clock. And I told her, I was like, no. And I felt like she felt some type of way because I didn't drop her off home. But it's the fact that, baby, I don't ask you for gas, no nothing, but it's the fact that you didn't ask me. You just thought that you could demand me. You're not, no, I have boundaries. You're gonna respect it, or you're gonna get the fuck out my face. People think they can just come in my life and think they can just bully me around, they can just do whatever they want. No, you're not gonna do whatever you want. I don't care how you feel. They wanna control you, control your mind. No, you're not gonna control my mind. Get your own Uber, bye-bye. There's nothing more to it. Fast forward, she's trying to get my attention on Instagram by saying subliminals posts. Stuff to say directly at me, but I'm not paying it no mind. But then it gets to a point, like, it gets to a point. I'm just like, girl, stop marrying yourself, right? She texts me, she was just basically saying like, oh, I'm not fake, I was never that, I'm not like them people. Remind you, she was friends with the people that I was friends with in a group. She was connected to them too, so she knew exactly who I was messing with too. I don't know what they told her about me to the fact that she think that she could just get one up on me and use me, but it wasn't gonna work. And she's mad that she couldn't control me, she couldn't demand shit, she couldn't do what she wanted me to do. She stopped talking to me, acting weird. Remind you, if you was really my friend, you will talk to me, you will check up on me. You're not doing that. You're calling me to get you a ride to go see your boy best friend. It sounds like you're using me. It don't sound like you're a friend. It sounds like you're using me. But you want to claim, oh, I'm not that, girl. I'm a nice person. I'm not this person. I'm that person. Girl, no. You're just like those other women out there that jealous and think they can just control people and envious of people. It's not cute. We were just going at it, and I just told her, just like, bruh, it is what it is. Like, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. And I never talked to her again. The one time, her stepsister, which is Knowledge's girlfriend, she texted me and said, hey. And I said, hey. And she never texted me back. So I feel like she never texted me back because Ashley must have told her what happened. But if you're gonna tell what happened, make sure you tell the story. After that, I never talked to them girls ever again. It is what it is. Like, I'm not, it's nothing for me to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I show up for people. I give them respect. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I help them in ways that no one else probably wouldn't help them. Like, girl, I'm going out my way to help you see your boy best friend. I'm giving you rides for free. But you knew the plan all along that you was gonna use me, and my plan was just to be your friend. But once I caught on that you were trying to use me and I started setting boundaries with you, that's when you start to fold. And that's also one thing that I could say. For you to know who's a fake person, set boundaries. Set boundaries. That's what I want to say. Set boundaries. When you start setting boundaries, you're going to see who someone really is. Once you set a boundary, they're not gonna like you because they was already faking to fuck with you in the first place. So when you set that boundary and people start acting weird, just know they ain't fuck with you in the first place. Don't even be mad about it. Don't be mad. If I set a boundary and you can't respect it and you start acting weird and start not liking me because of that boundary, girl, you never really fuck with me in the first place. A real person that's gonna respect your boundaries, they're gonna be like, okay, I understand. I'm be keeping it moving. You're not gonna try to paint me as a bad guy and say I'm this terrible person, I'm crazy, this and that and third. And that's what a lot of people try to do. Trying to paint me as this person, like I'm a bad person, I'm this, because they're already seeing everybody else in the hometown looking at me a certain type of way because of fake rumors, because all the backlash, this and that and third. So they was like, okay, I'm gonna hop on the train because you won't let me disrespect you. You won't let me use you. Like, what? That's how people really think nowadays. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna use me for my energy, my light, when I know I'm probably the nicest person in that fucking hometown. And people don't like that because they ain't never seen that before. They ain't never seen that before. I'm to myself. Back then I didn't really speak up for myself as much. I didn't really do too much, you feel me? I was just to myself. But now, no baby, I'm gonna speak up. I say a couple weeks later, my ex-best friend ended up showing me that they were back together. Y'all, I said no fucking way. And that just showed me, like, Sanaya, next time, keep your motherfucking mouth shut. You keep your mouth shut because you literally tried to help her. You went out your way to help her. And she said she wasn't gonna mess with him, she wasn't gonna do that, she wasn't gonna do that, which I understand, you feel me? I understand about someone going back to their ex, but you gotta understand, once you go back to one ex, they're gonna just keep doing it again because you're letting them fuck you over again. I was like really shocked that they went back together. I was like, this is tea for me. I said, all that shit, you went back with him? Back with him. I said, he must have manipulated her into going back out with him, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. But deep down, I already knew that shit wasn't gonna last. I already knew. Like I said, I'm gonna walk with karma. So I was involved with that shit. And I didn't have to. But I tried to help her. You know what I'm saying? I went out my way to help her. And she didn't look at the help like, okay, this is my escape plan to better myself in life. What she did, she went right back. Did you really think that was gonna last? Because they're not together no more, I don't think. I don't think so. But you know why though, right? Because of me. Because God seen everything. Me, I did it. Me just being in the situation fucked that whole shit up. It's like, damn, sometimes like having a big heart is like a blessing and a curse at the same time. But then again, it's like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to stop having a big heart. I'm never going to stop being the person I am because other people see me a different view or a different light. Nah, that don't dictate who I see myself as and who I am. And I know who I am. People could lie in the whole world about somebody and it won't be true, and it won't be true. That's why I just like, you know, I just let things be, because God is going to reveal the truth at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happens in the dark, it always comes to light. After that situation that happened, and she went back with him, I know she was probably like, damn, that girl was actually trying to help me. I wasn't even friends with y'all, but I was associate to y'all. Who's gonna build that friendship? But once y'all showed me y'all not real people, I moved the fuck out the way. Ladies, mind your business. Sorry, now I'm not gonna say that, mind your business, but it's like, if you feel like you have the heart to actually put somebody on about somebody, do it. Don't care what nobody say, do it. If you see something that's not out of line, if you see a nigga cheating on his wife, cheating on his girlfriend, and you don't like that, it don't sit with you, yeah, go ahead and let her know. But don't put yourself into the situation to the point where now you looking dumb. You feel me? I'm saying, I'm not looking dumb at the end of the day, because I know what I did was from the heart, and I actually tried to help her. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't listen to her intuition, and she didn't want to accept the help that I gave her to open her eyes. Like, oh, this nigga not it. You feel me? Like, this nigga not it. And after all the shit that I told her, she still go bad. I just told you he kissed me. I just told you even in 4 years that she was together with him, despite him being in jail, he was fucking with me. Okay. Alright. Like, basically, like, I'm a tower moment to help people understand, like, get your shit, get y'all shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basically what I am. Like, and mind you, the girl looked drained. I felt bad for her. That's why I try to help her. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, y'all. You can't stop people from what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? People gonna have to learn their lesson on their own. The most you can do for somebody is tell them what might not be right for them, and it's up to them to choose what's best for them. And yeah, like, that's all. You gotta listen to your intuition. Look at people and see, okay, who's giving me good advice? Who's really giving me good advice right now? She probably thought that I was basically trying, I don't know what she thought, but I think she probably thought like I'm trying to make her relationship break up, and so I could be the girl that fucks with him. But I'm like, no, I don't want no nigga that cheat on his girlfriend. No, because if he cheat on his girlfriend, he gonna cheat on me. Stay positive, keep shining your light, no matter what nobody feel about you. Let them hate, let them be mad. Whatever cup that I am is probably not your cup to sip on. So for me, let them niggas know, let them bitches know. It's all fun and games until God show you, like, you should have listened. You should have listened. We all human, we all live and learn. We all learn from our mistakes, but you gotta heal yourself so you can learn the mistakes the right way, so you won't have to go continue the same path. I went through so much shit, and it helped me open my eyes. So now I know how to move, how to go about things. Once you learn yourself, no one can tell you about yourself. No one can tell you how to move or where to go. If you like my story, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification on, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace, love, and light.